Gonna be getting this 2005 Toyota Prius battery out today. It's hybrid battery pack. This should be applicable to 2001 to 2008 models. Um, so far, I got the dish out right there where the jack goes. I took out the fuse. It was right here. You just lift it up and you pull it out. And I'm gonna be getting these trim pieces out. This that piece, this piece, they're being held in by tabs. They should just pop right out. And you have some bolts and some spots, like right there, inside there, right there. So stay tuned. Alright, got the first stage done. Took all the trim pieces off. They're sitting right there. And it's being held in by about half tabs, half bolts. And most of the bolts were 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter right there. And you had two 12 millimeter holding on these two side panels right here, down there at the bottom. And now I got the battery opened up, and it's looking like it's yep, 12 millimeter bolt so far. Yeah, on this panel, don't forget you got a plug-in right here to the light. Got to reach behind it and undo that to get this panel off. And that's about it so far. Got the panel off right here on the left side of the battery. Gonna be removing all these plugs now and undoing the terminals. I got the battery out. I undid all these connections first. I got them out of the way. Then I removed the two terminals. It was two 8 millimeter bolts. There's a hose right here that connected into the battery. Undid that. Just kind of pushed this out of the way. I got up on it and like directly over it, and I lifted straight up, kind of like a deadlift, and then or a row, and then I turned the battery like that, and then I was able to grab it and take it out like that. Well, no, I think I turned it that way. Then I was able to grab it and place it on my bench like this. That's where the connectors were, right here. I think it was yep, it was 3 connections. One right there, there, and there. That was the hardest one right here. You just gotta make sure that pin in the plug is pushed in all the way. I had to take a flathead and push it in some more to get the undo. And that's where the 2 terminals were. I took those off second. They clipped up out of the way. I just hung them on this, so they're out of my way as I pulled it out. And this is where the hose connected at. And just undid that, pushed it out of the way. It wasn't really that heavy, and it's about probably 80 to 100 pounds. And that's it so far. I did all this with just the 8 millimeter one time for the 2 terminals, and the rest of it was just 10 millimeter and 12 millimeter bolt heads. So we're gonna be changing out the cells on this one. I think we got a bad cell on this battery. Gonna be testing it out and seeing which cell is bad and change it out. Stay tuned. Alright, next up we're gonna be removing this cover. It's looks like it's 4 bolts right here. Up 2 right here, 2. 1 right there. And make sure you have some sandwich bags ready because there's going to be bolts galore under here. So stay tuned. I got the cover off. They were all 10mm bolts. This little black piece works as a clamp in there. Be sure to get that off. It sat in there and it held the shell to the frame. And this is what it looks like uncovered. I made some witness marks just so I know how it goes back together. Here's the other side. A little bit of dirt. You can see some rust happening there. I believe the bad cell is around this area, but we got our multimeter and we're going to be testing it out. Alright, got the cover off and I took out a few bolts. There is some corrosion happening on the bolts and in the bus bar. And I'm going to take the rest of these off. Same thing on the other side. Right here. Gonna take all this off and that'll disconnect all these cells and make it a whole lot safer to work on. Alright, I got all those nuts off and the bus bars. I just set them to the side where they go. Labeled my bag of bus bar nuts right here. Just gonna put that to the side. The same thing on the other side. So all the cells should be disconnected and a whole lot safer to work on. I'm going to be testing them now. Alright, I got all the terminals on this side of the battery taken off. Took them out of the bus bar right here. They just you just press down that little tab right there and they pop right out. That's them from this bus bar and that bus bar right there. I also took a reading of all the cells and found the 2 bad cells right here and right here. Put a little Sharpie mark on them. The rest of them seem good. They're all reading 7.5 and I got one in here that's reading 7.3, so maybe going that way. But, from my research, it says when you find a bad cell, you want to replace the whole block. So this would be block number 2, and this is block 6 right here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep, it'll be this block right here. So these 2 cells. And I'm going to throw these in the ultrasonic cleaner and clean those up. And these terminals right here, I don't think I'm going to mess with these. I tried taking this one out right here. And that tab, bent a little bit. So I just put it right back where it was. And I don't want to risk breaking them. I'm just going to clean them while they're in there with some cleaner. clean up all that corrosion and get the dust out of there. So stay tuned for that. Take those terminals out at your own risk. I ran 2 tests on this battery right here, and found 4 bad cells. That's the first one in block 2, 6.9. Second one, 7.3 in block 4. Third one, 6.30. That's the one that was throwing the code on the car. And 7.3. It's the fourth one. Those are all the ones that are reading below 7.5. The way I tested it. Just want to put your multimeter on 20 right here, and put your probes on where it says negative end to the negative, red end to the positive end. And this is the worst one right here. Yep, and it reads 6.3. So, gonna try to replace those. Got the terminals soaking in the cleaner right now. And that's it so far.